So, like I said, the Philippine folk dances in our repertoire reflect historical elements as well as regional variations. I want to announce that since we are celebrating our 50th year, we are planning a big concert at the Nelson Atkins Museum of Art, where there is an Atkins Auditorium. And we'll be, if you found about this fiesta in the web, we will be giving you more information about our upcoming concert. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Okay. So, from the northern, we'll start now with our program of the Sinagtala Performing Arts Troupe. The dancers are ready, I can see it, and the music is ready. So, I'm going to tell you a little bit about this first dance. It represents the northern part of the Philippines, an indigenous group of Filipinos. Collectively, we call them Igorots, but there are many tribes within the Igorot people. They have their own unique artistry, embroidery, fabrics, and their dances celebrate a good harvest, weddings, birth, and other significant events. So, ladies and gentlemen, we start our program of the dance troupe. Oh, I'm taking too close. The Igorot dance. Take it away. First dance. I have to sit here.
Kaya kutit tayo kun hayo panapat ni tadi maya tapat kanday na ahal dotan na pitchun bu lalaking ginit mi dinatngan an makaya gut tayo pun hayupan kamin tadi maya
That was a group dance from the northern part of the Philippines, We're going to go location and we're going to go to the southern part of the Philippines where a minority of Filipinos of the Muslim faith live and continue to follow their culture. So you could predict, you could see the change in their costume. And the next dance is called silat, which is a form of martial arts in that part of the indigenous group of Mindanao. So ladies and gentlemen, silat. Thank you so much. I was telling the little girl sitting next to me that these people have precision and counting in both dances that you just saw. The Igorot, they count inside their head to be able to be at the same number. So that was silat from the southern part of the Philippines. We're gonna change gear, and what are those grapes? Anyway, we were under Spanish rule for almost 400 years. The Spaniards brought the Catholic religion. It brought us fiesta, brought us celebrations of patron saints. And so the next series of dances reflect that era of the Spanish influence in the Philippine culture. So the first dance is called Jota Carino, which uses, you will find a different costumes that are very European in influence, but it uses bamboo castanets in their dance, which is the Philippine derivation. So ladies and gentlemen, Jota Carino. Okay, the next number will steal your hearts. The Filipinettes is our junior division of our dance troupe, and they are the future stars of our dance troupe. And let me tell you, it took us some time to get this together. They were all running around yesterday, and so we had to discipline them. You stay here. But anyway, they will take you away with their cuteness and all the dances and moves that they have learned. So ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the Filipinettes! was quite a treat. They are just adorable, I'm telling you. They stole the show picture taking wise. Okay. The next dance is still of Spanish origin or influence, is the parasol dance. You know how hot it is in the Philippines? People use parasols for this dance. But this one has a Spanish flair to it, and it's called the parasol dance. Clear the stairway there for me.
Oh my god,
but that was the parasol dance. We're gonna change to a different region of the Philippines called the rural dances that the Sinagtala is going to present. About 60% of life in the Philippines is in the rural and agricultural islands, in the three major islands, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. And because of the Spanish influence that I had mentioned earlier, different towns celebrate the patron saint of their region. And so the dances are usually celebrations of good harvest or significant life events, baptism, weddings, and some of these dances reflect that. The first dance is called Kuracha, which is a courtship dance of some kind, and you're gonna watch later on. They'll be chasing each other, hoping that he would get the girl. Kuracha.
Kuracha.
Was the chase, the last segment. Anyway, the next dance is one of my favorites. It's a very lively, festive, uses bamboo and the salakat or the wooden hats that they use. So the dance is called kalatong.
Oh, yes.
A lot of noise and lively dance. Ladies and gentlemen, kalatong. We're gonna let the dancers go out now. That was Kalatong. For our final dance, it's called the national dance of the Philippines. It's called Tinikling or the bamboo dance. We need the bamboos there in the back. It's named after the stickling bird that supposedly jumps in and out of bamboo plants. And be prepared. Usually, at the end of this, we ask for some audience participation who's willing to learn the dance. So we do not have an orthopedic surgeon on call, so you better be careful. So the tinikling or the bamboo dance. Take it away.
Take it away. There we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, the tinikling. Turn it to the clickers too. Let's give them a hand. Without good clickers, it's disaster. So ladies and gentlemen, the sinagtala. So, could you move forward? The Filipinettes. Yay! And now, the regular Sinagtala dancers. I want to tell you, we are an all-volunteer group, okay? Every Sunday, we religiously practice.
Tahimik ang
regional songs from the Laron Laron Sinta.
From
And Ilocano, the Pamulinawen. And Sirit Sirit, Sit Sirit Sit, Alibangbang from Pampanga. Pampanga. I think ko pong Sing Sing is Pampanga also. Right. So these are regional songs, and I know some of them who never spoke Tagalog will still sing it. I'm the Executive Director of the Sinagtala Performing Arts. The Performing Arts has the dancers, the choir that you hopefully you heard earlier, and we have a rondalia that is in hiatus right now. The Sinagtala Performing Arts is the cultural ambassadors of the Filipino Association of Greater Kansas City. The Sinagtala was formed 50 years ago, believe it or not. Some have been with the dance troupe 25, 30 years. We are an all-volunteer group of committed... Okay, inside. Your turn later, okay? They're anxious to perform. So, the Sinagtala is able to represent different regional aspects of the Philippines. The northern, the southern, and the rural dances, and the Spanish influence you will see. So for the first dance in our performance tonight is from the northern part of the Philippines. A group of indigenous Filipinos, collectively called Igorots, live in the northern part of the Cordillera Mountains. The Igorot people are actually several tribes. So for our dance, it represents the northern part of the Philippines, and we're going to do the Igorot dance, and let's take it away, the Igorot dance. They're coming down the stairs, watch out.
Nakaya good tayo punha hayo panakamin tadimaya tabatta kanaya ahal dotan nanana pichunbu lalaking ginit mi dinatngan an makaya good tayo punha hayo pan kamin tadimaya
was the Urat dance from the northern part of the Philippines. We now travel to the southern part of the Philippines, where a group of minorities of the Muslim faith live and have influenced many of the cultures that dances represent. The dance is called silat, which is a martial art type of movements, and the people of the Muslim faith, despite the influence of the Spanish that I'll talk about in a little bit. So ladies and gentlemen, from the southern part of the Philippines, silat. We now go into a different aspect of a repertoire that shows the Spanish influence in our dances. We were under Spain for close to 400 years, and they brought the Catholic religion, where now 80 to 85% of the people are of the Catholic faith. The Spanish brought the European flair to our costumes, as you could see, and the music and the tempo are much different from what we just saw of the first two groups of indigenous tribes from the northern and southern part of the Philippines. And that's what's make our dance repertoire interesting, because we're able to present to you different aspects of historical influences. And so, ladies and gentlemen, the Jota Carino uses bamboo castanets for their prop and make some noise later. Ladies and gentlemen, Jota Carino. Okay. When we had our show earlier today, this was the most exciting part of our program. Come on. The Filipinas is the junior division of our dance troupe. They are our future stars. Some of the dancers you saw started as Filipinettes. And their Filipinette means little Filipino, right? They're diminutive. And so they are the most delightful group of dancers. They're barefoot now because they only had tennis shoes earlier and we wouldn't let that. Their dance is called Mazurka Boholano. And so, with much further ado, let's watch the Filipinettes do the Mazurka. his mommy and ran to her. Let's give one more round of applause for the Filipinas. They're just adorable. Okay, the next Spanish dance that we're gonna do is the parasol dance. Where are they? They're somewhere there, so let's keep the stairway open. So the parasol dance is another Spanish-inspired dance. The Philippines is hot, correct? So ladies usually use a lot of parasol to protect them from the sun. So I think this inspired this dance during the Spanish time. The parasol dance. Take it away. the Spanish ladies in the parasol dance. We're going to go to a different part of our repertoire, representing the rural Philippines. About 60% of people live in rural areas, mainly agricultural lands, in three major islands, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. They usually celebrate fiestas like this in honor of their patron saint. Again, the Spanish influence has resulted in towns adopting, different kind of saint, Saint Gregory, whatever that they chose. So the rural dances, you will see a change in their rather casual, informal costumes that reflect the easy life in the rural Philippines. The next dance is Kuracha. Take it away. Kuracha is supposed to be a courtship dance, and at the end, they're trying to get the ladies. Anyway, the next dance, are they coming? Oh. Okay. The next dance is called Kalatong. That's one of my favorite dances. It's a very lively dance using bamboo and sticks, and the whole company usually comes out for this festive dance. As soon as they're out, thank you. So the Kalatong, ladies and gentlemen. festive dance. I love it. Okay, we need to get the bamboo out of there. Our final dance is called the tinikling. It's sometimes referred to as the Philippine national dance. It is named after the tickling bird that supposedly jumps in and out of bamboo trees, not the poles. And so we have the whole company on stage now, and we're gonna do the fast version, right, Carlo? Okay, the tinikling. So ladies and gentlemen, the tinikling dancers. Yoo-hoo! And the important clickers. Without the clickers, they'll be orthopedic scared. And now the Filipinettes, will you please come forward? Take a bow. Filipinettes. Yay! Take a bow. Yeah, okay. And then the adults, the regular dancers, are all volunteer group. Oh, let's go. Thank you so much for your attention. Okay, we are the part of the program where we have like 10 to 15 minutes of audience participation. So we're asking for volunteers to learn how to step into the tinikling bamboos. We do not have an orthopedic surgeon on call, so you better be careful when we come on. Come on down.